Here it is. It's the top 10 hottest comic books of the week based off of cover prices data. That's right, cover prices data. They take data from all of these sites that people buy books from, and they are able to put it in some algorithm and let you know what the top 10 hottest comic books are. This is all based on data, not speculation. And what we do, well, basically they list that, they give us their list of top 10 on Mondays. Our show is live every Friday, as we know. But we still like to dissect that top 10 list, and Chris picks his top 3 most interesting books of the week. So what we're going to do here first is we are going to get into the top 10 hottest comic books. That's right. Here we go. At number 10, Star Wars, The High Republic. Number 1, the 1 in 25 Sway variant. This is going for a pretty penny, guys. This is going for at least $75 I've seen. At number 9 is Star Wars number 1, the 1977 Marvel book. At number 8 is Iron Man number 5, the Frank Cho Thick Like Honey variant. I didn't know it was called that, but this cover, man, this cover is freaking awesome. Number 7 is Star Wars number 10, the 1 in 25 Terry Dotson variant. There is a new squadron that is revealed in this issue. At number 6, Star Wars The High Republic number 1, the 1 in 10 Pascal Blanche and Gonzalo Kenny variant. Number 5 is Star Wars The High Republic number 1, the B variant. That is probably my favorite cover. At number 4 is Dark Knights Death Metal number 7. We'll get into that one in a second. Number 3 is Amazing Spider-Man number 55. This has been, ever since it's been released, this has been in the top 10. Number 2, Star Wars The High Republic number 1. This is the A cover. And at number 1 is the Star Wars The High Republic. This is the Hans variant. This is the one that most people are going crazy over. I have 2 of these, have to admit, but I don't think this is the best cover. I really think that B cover is the best cover. But here we are. We just told you about the top 10, including the Thick Like Honey variant.
Man, I got it. So just to let the audience know, I plug in the notes for the top 10, and I'm like, man, this book is hot because she thick like honey on that one. And I just put it in the notes, and I'm like, let's see if Jeff actually reads this.
I took it as gospel, man. I took it that is what it was. And I was like, I never heard that before, but okay, because she is. And she's beautiful. Anyways, moving on. Chris, you take these top 10 and you dissect, you pull out the best 3 of the bunch. But we have more than 3, and we'll explain why in a second, won't we, Chris?
Well, yeah, I mean, like, I'm looking at this list, and I'm like, okay, what books do I pick out of High Republic, High Republic, High Republic, High Republic, High Republic? Okay, I don't have much options, but I made it work, guys. So let's start with my number 3. Marvel dominated 2 weeks in a row, taking every 10 spots. They took 9 this week, so I got to give credit to DC for sneaking in there and grabbing 1 spot, and that's my number 3 pick. That's Dark Knights Death Metal number 7. I ordered this book, beautiful cover, black on the Wonder Woman logo, and you got Yara Flores right there on the cover with Wonder Woman. Just beautiful. Now, this is arguably, Jeff, we were talking about this, arguably a first cameo, but regardless, it's a cameo. I'll let Jeff kind of chime in on that in a second. This book sold 108 copies with a high raw of $24 already. So again, it's, look, I gotten a lot of feedback in the community about this just being a hot cover, and that's why I bought it. So you can't argue that. But also, obviously, with the cameo appearance of Yara Flores, that's going to pull in some spec value. $24, I don't see that sticking around. But hey, look, this is a black cover. It is an introduction of a character, but again, we'll get more into that in a quick seconds, just to add context. I think these are books that long-term wise, because of that black cover, if we get these graded in 9.8s, I think those 9.8s can still command a decent value on the market, in some years to come. But overall, I think this is just a really cool book. I love the cover. But Jeff, just really quick, let's talk about this first cameo appearance of Yara Flores.
I got a problem with how people are perceiving this issue here. By the way, I do have to correct you there. I don't think that's Yara Flora on the cover. I think that's a different multiverse Wonder Woman.
Oh, gotcha.
It's a beautiful cover by Capullo, right?
Yes.
So just need to throw that out there. But people are treating this like a Hulk 180 in a way. Like this is her first kind of appearance as a cameo, and that's not the case. This issue came out the same day as that Wonder Woman #1 with Yara Flora, which is her first appearance. Now, a lot of people are speculating still that Wonder Woman 4 could be her as a young kid.
Oh, right.
Who knows about that? I don't know. Nobody's really said anything yet. I do find there's a big coincidence having that being a Brazilian tribe of like from Wonder Woman's heritage, whatever. But I don't see the big deal on this issue. Okay, I don't see long-term spec on this issue, and I think people are wrong saying that this is like the Wolverine's first cameo before you see Wolverine. That's my opinion on the whole thing.
We were talking about this too. I mean, it's a cameo appearance. It's the numbering that is like how do we number that? It is a cameo appearance because it appears in the book as a cameo. But how do you put the first in front of that when on the same day her actual first full appearance comes out? So I think in the future, and say if these books do get shipped out to CGC or CBS or whatnot, I think they need to recognize this as cameo appearance.
Fine, fair.
And that's it. Don't put a first or anything in front of it, and just keep the future state as her real first full appearance, and we'll be good. And and I agree. Like I said, I mean, I bought it for the cover. That's all. Because it's a black cover. If people want to go get some 9.8 slab, hey. But other than that, I don't see this. I don't think people are going to be paying $24 for this book raw.
No, I agree. I agree with you. Like, it's a beautiful cover. It's black, so a pristine condition. A 9.8 on this. It's gonna go. I mean, I don't know. Maybe the mystique of the Yara Flora, if she takes off and she's in there, I don't know. But honestly, I'm with you. Bearded One, we're think alike here. I don't know how to value first cameos that drop the same day as full. Right here, man. Right. Definitely see your point, because it's my point too. All right, but moving on to the second book of this top 10 list that you find most interesting, Chris.
Yeah. So look, we know what Star Wars is doing right now, and I'm a huge Star Wars fan. But that's not why I picked the book. I just got to, pay my dues and say, you know what, you earned this. And my number 2 pick is Star Wars #1, 1977, Marvel, first Star Wars comic book. Look, this book to me, when we talk about this book in 20 and 30 years, man, I don't think we've seen the height of this book. I really think this whole entire run has been a bit undervalued for a very long time. And I know that the Star Wars hype is crazy right now, but I think it's long overdue. So that's why I don't think this hype is just going to die off. It's long overdue. And I think the direction where Lucasfilm is taking Star Wars is similar to that direction of how Kevin Feige took the MCU, and we see how that consistency and how that success has really impacted the speculation on comic books. And it's not just speculation that boosts up prices in the market and then we see them drop. I mean, we're talking about long term. I think we're going to see that with the Star Wars comic books, and it all starts right here. So you can't overlook this book, guys. This has a 187% increase in sales with the high CGC 9.6 of $1,200. That's big, guys. So I don't suspect that we're going to keep seeing this book in the top 10, but I definitely see this book's value continuing to hit threshold after threshold and keep being even more sought after. And I talk about this a lot too with Bronze Age books. It's 2021, guys. The Bronze Age was 40 plus years ago now. I mean, we're getting more far removed from this, and these books are getting older and older, and that's going to matter moving forward.
Yep. I mean, this is not. We're seeing an avalanche of Star Wars and by avalanche, I mean in terms of passion and enthusiasm for it. We're seeing a surge, right? And I can only go from my experience in terms. I mean, I one of the first movies I was taken to, my dad took me to Star Wars. I was super young. I was 3 years old, and I don't remember going, but I just had all the toys and I was entrenched in it. I've loved Star Wars ever since. And it's fascinating. My 5-year-old daughter, she just got a Baby Yoda for her birthday. And today was Share Day. And she was sharing Baby Yoda, explaining to the class all about Baby Yoda. So we are cultivating this generation in it. And it doesn't hurt that all of this brand new content is coming out to the people who love Star Wars, us originally. And it's going to cascade all the way down. My daughter loves Star Wars. She's got a Millennium Falcon. She's got a TIE Fighter. She's got all the little play school action figures. So it's so exciting to see this happen with this property we've all loved so long. But it's finally getting the recognition that's due that you were saying, Chris.
Yeah, absolutely. And my number one pick obviously adds to this, but I just want to put in context too. The fan base is really being brought back together after being divided. Now, don't get me wrong. There's still certain individuals out there, like certain YouTubers that, get clicks and views off of spewing disgusting hate and ridiculous rhetoric, which goes along to my first pick. But besides them and their minions, look, we're realizing what Star Wars means to all of us, and there's strength there, and that strength is going to keep going. And this is just 40 years old, 40 plus years old now. It's like, oh, it's just the beginning. It's a new beginning. It's a new hope for the franchise of Star Wars.
The bearded one. I mean, I can't. We have to do our part as parents. I got my 2-year-old into Baby Groot, Baby Yoda, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Because it's rewarding to us to do this, right? Yep. I haven't gotten her into Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, my daughter, yet, but like, it is so rewarding and so much fun, especially when she says, "I want to see this. I want to watch the Star Wars Lego special on Disney Plus over and over." And I'm like, yes, let's do it. Let's get you these Star Wars toys, because it also. I'm going to get into a whole new tangent, and I'm going to stop. But as a parent of a daughter, a father of a daughter, you want to empower these girls to let them be whatever they want. And I want her to be into Rey as this powerful, Jedi, and she could do whatever she wants. Anyways, moving on. So we are.
Yeah, that really actually segues into our number one, kind of like what you were touching on there, because we got Star Wars is doing this with these new characters that I know nothing about yet because I haven't read the book. But guys, I mean, you probably know what it is because I already picked 2 other books out of the only 4 books out of there, because this book took 5 spots, and that is Star Wars: The High Republic. And I'm not picking one. I'm just talking about the book in general. We had 5, the main cover and 4 variants, and they all just boomed. Guys, so this book is obviously loaded with first appearances. And again, I haven't read the book. Kiva, Trennis, Avar, Chris, Skier. I don't even know if I'm saying their names right. But look, these are characters for the next generation. And regardless of what some, washed up ex-DC comic book artist has to say on his YouTube channel of, 200,000 followers, about how this book is filled with this and that, and it's a failure. Prove me wrong. Prove him wrong. It did. 5 spots on the top 10 list. And again, we're talking about sales. This isn't speculation. This is data, raw data, guys. Check this out. All the covers total. Do you know how many books it sold? And this isn't even, you guys got to take into consideration when we talk about the census of copies sold, right? It's not, this doesn't take into consideration every single LCS store that exists in your neighborhood. But still, on the census, 694 copies sold, guys. That is huge. We had cover A, CGC 9.8 pre-sale selling for $90. This book went bonkers, and there is no denying the success of this book. I don't care what anyone says. And I'll tell you guys, I don't know if I ordered it because I do my previews. So I did this set of previews like 3 months ago. So I'm like, I really hope I ordered this one because I've been picking up a lot of Star Wars stuff. If I didn't, I'm very happy with picking up a second or third print just because I do want to read the story. So,
I picked it up. I read the story. I thought it was great. I'm excited about what, they have the novels that are coming. They have the novels that are out. They have a Star Wars High Republic Adventures, which is, the younger version, which is
I got that one. I got that one pre-ordered.
The IDW. That's not the copy, but I'm showing you an Adventures, property that they have. So, I don't know who you're talking about that said it failed, but I thought I went big on this, guys, right? I have 3 covers. I have three copies of cover A. I have 1 copy of cover B. I have 2 copies of the Hans variant, and I have 3 copies of the 1 in 10, right? I thought I went big on this. I'm part of a message board where, dude, he bought, and I don't know what the ratios are of what covers he bought, but he bought 1,600 books. He bought 1,600 copies of this book. That's how much he's betting on this right now, too.
Wow.
So I don't think the demand is going to go down. I think a lot of people missed out on pre-ordering this, and they missed out. They couldn't get it in their local shop. I do think that's real. And I think the demand is only going to go up. You have a series called The Acolytes that's coming out on Disney Plus that's going to be exploring. I don't know if it's going to be exploring 2 centuries before A New Hope or the prequels, but I'm pretty sure this mythology that's being created in the novels, in the comic books, all of that will be there. Demand is going to be there because Star Wars fans are also comic book fans, but there's also a community of Star Wars fans that are not, that collect the comic books.
Right. Absolutely. It's just, look, for me, it's win-win right now. I see no doomsday in the future for all of these Star Wars spec books. I think all of these values that are spiking, and we could go to Thrawn, we could look at Ahsoka, all this stuff. This stuff is here, and it's not going away anytime soon. Like I said, I believe this trickle-down effect of us being pulled back into the Star Wars genre and Star Wars franchise, it's here for some years to come, and we're going to see that. I do believe we're going to continue to see most of these key books rise, and like you said, this new chapter is just beginning, where we are really clinging to the books relating to the films now in Star Wars more than ever. And boy, is there so much content to be created, and the books are already hot. What is that going to do to them? So yeah, I'm right there with you, man. It's going to be a great next, 2, 3, 5 years of Star Wars goodness, and I can't wait to keep doing shows and talking about them.
It's going to be long past 2 to 5 years. They are planning well.
Yeah.
I mean, based on The Mandalorian, they're building out this universe because, again, there's so much to explore in this universe. And the amazing thing is it's all canon, right? The comic books relate to what happens on the shows, which relates to what happens in the movies. It's all related. It's exciting time to be a Star Wars fan. It's exciting time to be a comic book fan. That wraps up our top 10 hottest comic books of the week. We'll have a new list next week, and I'm super excited to see what that will be.